Hey, it's Debbie Kaler, and today I want to show you a classic, charming home located in the beautiful town of New London. When you're buying a property, everybody says look for three things. Mention these three words: location, location, location. That's what this house has. If you go down the street that way, you're just a couple blocks off the ball field. You go this way and you're just walking distance from all the great shops that New London has. And if you haven't heard, New London's the new boomtown. It's got great shops. There's a couple coffee shops, a couple restaurants. It's got some clothing stores that have really expanded, along with a new children's clothing store that's opening too. Not to mention the hardware store. There's some art studios. Little Crow Ski Team performs on the river here. You've got the Mill Pond Mercantile, great gift shop. You've also got the Mill Pond for swimming and lots of recreation. It's a very active town. I should also mention that it's probably about the best school district you can say, and you know what? I might be a little prejudiced because not only did I graduate there, my kids did too, and you know what? Now my grandkids are going there. So great schools, great recreation, beautiful neighborhood. If you look up and down the tree-lined street, you'll also notice how hilly it is. So not only are there many mature trees around, but the layout of the land here is just fantastic. Now walking up to this house, the yard, 100 feet across, 150 feet deep. You might think 150 feet isn't that big of a deal, but in the backyard, which we'll look at shortly, is actually a little wildlife area. Nobody can build back there. So although you have 150 feet of depth that you own, you actually get to look out on all the deer and the wildlife back in the wooded area. Really nice. This house was built in 1940, high quality. Now what I have to tell you is more than likely the family that built this house, they had to be a little bit on the wealthy side, I would say. This had to be one of the wealthier neighborhoods in New London, and I say that because it was so rare in 1940 to walk into a house and see an open concept plan like this. Very spacious. This house has almost 2,700 square feet. It's got the original hardwood floors that they've refinished. This house is move-in ready. It's also got the first fireplace on the main floor that they've converted to gas. If you look off the living room, you'll see this quaint little room. They used to use it for a library. It can be used as an office, kids' playroom, craft room, you name it. Bright, cheery room. Another thing about this house, all the windows, they've got nice big windows all over that let in lots of light. Now we're filming this in November, so it's a little cool outside. So when we were outside, you didn't notice the beautiful flower beds as you're walking up. But the people that lived here have it just beautifully landscaped. Before I forget, off the living room, this was rare too, to be able, 1940, to have an attic space like this. I'm going to take you up here because this house has potential to finish even more square footage. It's an attic space right now that isn't finished, but it would be a perfect office or kids' playroom, art studio, craft room, or even a master bedroom suite. Nice high ceilings, so you could do a lot with it. You can see where there was a window on the far end. You could cut that back out again. Lots of potential to finish more room up here if you need. But again, there's already about 2,600 square feet here. So we're going to walk back into the bedroom area of the house. There's actually 3 bedrooms back here. You'll notice, and even, for 1940, they usually didn't have this large of bedrooms, but nice size bedroom, nice size closet, and this one actually has a great view. If you can look out the windows into the backyard, you'll notice the windows on the main floor are all newer. This house has been very well maintained. Walking down the hall, I have to point out, again, in the 40s, you didn't see houses that had storage all over, but here's the first storage closet that we're going to see. There's storage all over here. Another storage closet. A full bathroom that's been updated, and what I want to point out is it's a nice deep soaking tub. It's not just a regular bathtub. So they've put new tile up in the new tub shower unit. And they've also updated the vanity and hardware. My favorite room, which is the master suite. I love it because you walk down this private hallway into a cozy room, and by cozy I don't mean small. I just mean that it's set back away from all the other bedrooms, so it's very private. Another rare thing from 1940, you didn't hear of having a master bath, and this house does. You have a master bath. The third bedroom right around the corner. Spacious and lots of character. I love this. It's got a little sitting bench right by those windows. This room lets in lots of light. It's just bright and cheery and a really nice size. And if you haven't noticed, they have updated all the light fixtures. All the electrical has been updated in this house. So the electrical's been updated, the plumbing's been updated, the furnace is newer, the water heater's newer. It's so well maintained and so ready to move into. The formal dining room has built-in corner hutches and a great view and access to the backyard. They've actually had deer come about right up to this door. Wonderful eat-in kitchen. Again, they've got the French doors here that you can go out onto the patio and enjoy your coffee right on that patio as you watch out in the woods and look at all that wildlife back there. Beautiful kitchen. And now going down into the basement, which is also finished. Got a huge family room down here with yet another gas fireplace. Coming around the corner, large laundry room. You could easily put another bath down here if you wanted, because there sure is room for it. And when I talked about storage, you've got storage cabinets there, and you also have a storage area off to the side. The back part of the basement, you could easily put another bedroom down here too, if need be. There's a small window, you could put an egress in there easily, but there's just a lot of room down here that's finished. Off of this room is a workshop. Who doesn't need a workshop? And if you don't need it for a workshop, hey, it's a lot more storage for you. And off the workshop is, guess what? More storage, which you could use for a little wine cellar if you wanted to, or just store your Christmas items. Who knows? There's storage all over. Now, what more can we say other than this house is so spacious and it's got so much character, so charming and so inviting. You know, a lot of times when people use the words charming, cute, quaint, cozy, you think of this tiny little cracker box with lots of little walls all over, but not this house. When I say charming and inviting, I mean it's got character galore, and it is so charming, and it is so warm. And when I say cozy, I don't mean small rooms, I mean inviting rooms. This house is ready for you. Now, while we're done talking about the inside, let's go see what the outside has to offer. Okay. So we might as well go out this way because we didn't see the garage yet. hope you didn't get that. You did, didn't you? There's a single car attached garage, but if you look at it, you'll notice that it's finished, that the walls are actually finished off in here. And you can see that it's neat and clean and just very well maintained, which I've said a few times, but I tell you what, this house has been very well taken care of. And watch the step. So going into the backyard, you can see that it's fenced all the way around. The only place that it's not fenced would just be between this house going toward the neighbor's house. Otherwise, the whole backyard is fenced. So if you have small children or pets, perfect. They've got the stamped concrete patio, which I believe I mentioned earlier. Great place to come and have your barbecues or morning coffee and look out over the backyard. This whole yard is landscaped so beautifully. And again, it's November, so everything is kind of dead and not showing well like it should. I wish you could see the plants and the flowers that this woman had here. It is fantastic. All professionally done. So with that, now that you've seen the perfect house in the perfect neighborhood and the perfect town with the perfect school and wonderful neighbors. Hi, Kylie. Great kids. There's no reason that you shouldn't want to buy this, so give me a call.